Good morning. This is Mark Harrison with Sewer Line Check Professionals. I'm here at 1427 Summitridge Drive in Beverly Hills, and I'm in the process of performing a video examination of the main sewer line here on the property. Now, the main sewer line is the portion of the waste drainage piping that is exterior to the structure. It lies underground and connects the building drain line system to the public sewer. The building drain line system then is the portion or portions of the waste drainage piping that is underneath or interior to the structure. Our examination today is not focused on the building drain line system, so if further evaluation is desired regarding the building drain line system, a licensed plumbing contractor should be contacted, or a specialty building drain line video examination can be set up through our office. So we're currently sitting just about 100 feet in from where we accessed the system today, and we're actually looking down into the public sewer. We got the camera all the way through. Now, as you look down the back hillside, you can see from the balcony, you'll see a 3-inch cast iron pipe running down the hill, and then down towards the lower street. It actually then dives underground and runs a little bit further to connect into this public sewer. That's the area we'll be focusing on today, but we'll go ahead and take a look at the line all the way back up to the structure. We entered in through a 3-inch cleanout that's in the basement area, at the top of the mid-stair landing. Dropped us into the 3-inch building drain line, then we followed that outside to run down the back hillside there. As we pull off the public sewer, we're in a short section of original concrete pipe. Now, concrete pipe materials, they do deteriorate, and this section here has some pretty significant deterioration. It also has some root intrusions here. The root intrusions in the concrete pipe at these joint connections is fairly common. It's similar in the older clay pipes in that way. But you can see here the rough surface of the concrete pipe material here along the bottom, and you'll see how they do tend to deteriorate. Now, City of Los Angeles is requiring rehabilitation of these concrete pipes under the street at the property owner's expense with an approved lining system. In much of the surrounding cities, or many of the surrounding cities, typically will follow suit. We're either in Beverly Hills or Beverly Hills PO, so it may apply here. And when that does come into effect is during certain types of construction here on the property. So it's just should be aware that that's a possibility. Now, the root intrusions we see, typically we're suggesting can be maintained with regular sewer line cleanings. When they're left unmaintained for extended periods, they can create blockages in a system or potentially damage the pipe. Alright, so as we pull back here, we're pulling back into a section of a modern plastic piping. So there was some sort of repair here down near the street in the past. Now, these modern plastic pipe materials, they are expected to have a long service life. They have a very smooth inner surface which allows for high washout capability, and they are also intended to be impervious to root intrusions. So right here you can see an opening there at the top of the pipe, so that's another clean out down by the street. That's something that could be used for maintenance of that lower section and for the administering of a lining system if that's needed. Alright, so changing pipe materials again. Now we're changing to a cast iron piping. This is likely the original pipe here for this property. Now, the cast iron pipes from around the time this structure was developed typically were expected to last around 60 to 70 years. And what we're seeing is moderate to somewhat heavy rust in scale. So while it's still a functional pipe, it is something that would need to be upgraded at some point in the future. Unfortunately, you can see this pipe down the back hillside, so it's a little easier to monitor. Ideally, your sewer pipe is going to have a minimal coverage of about 18 inches, and it's possible that that was the case originally, but with erosion, the pipes become exposed. And you see a lot of that white color inside this pipe. It looks like we've recently had painting in the house or something like that. Our painters have been washing their paint trays and plaster trays and stuff down the line. And that has a tendency to build up on the pipe. It's not really advised to do that. water washing down. Because there's some pipes here under the house that aren't draining very well. All that plaster and paint is built up in that area. We'll take a look at that. And again, that's exposed here under the structure, so easy to get to reslope it. Another short section of plastic here. Again, you can see off the back of the structure. And then there's the second clean out there. Alright, coming around back under the house now. See, we're going to drop down into this area that's not draining. See that the pipe's completely full of water all the way up to this riser here, and that's an area that has a much higher potential for blockage, so you're going to want to get a plumber out here to come under the house and reslope these pipes so that they are draining normally. Alright, so that's basically all we're here to look at today with the video camera, so I'm going to go ahead and conclude the video portion of the examination for today. For now, I don't see any signs of damage or anything that would dictate a repair recommendation on the piping outside the structure. But again, we are going to suggest that a plumber repair this section of pipe sloped incorrectly. So I'm going to go ahead and conclude the video portion of the examination for today. Please do refer to my written report for final findings and recommendations, including maintenance of the system. We do recommend that all main sewer lines are examined after any significant seismic activity, and that main sewer lines should be examined annually to monitor for changing conditions in the system. This is Mark Harrison with Sewer Line Check Professionals. Thank you very much and have a pleasant day.